Hello folks, I'm Nick, and this is Kingdom Death Monster. It's massive. This is described as a boutique nightmare horror game. Boutique means it's expensive. By Adam Poots. I'm just gonna open the edges here. This is the 1.5 edition. The original one was done on Kickstarter 2012-ish, I believe. This one was on Kickstarter from late November of last year until early January. And I got in on it because when I first heard about this game, it looked amazing, but it was sold out because he only does small production runs, and the eBay cost was $800 to $1,200 US. So I never thought I'd have it. Then the reprint on Kickstarter came out. There's a few upgrades, some new stuff added, lots of extra expansions. So I decided, what the hell. It's a massive box. It's cardboard. The impact foam seems to have done its job. Oh. A bit of a dent in the side. Let's get this out of here. And there we go. Kingdom Death. 20 some odd pounds of deadly, you're about to die-ness. So now that's out of the shipping box, let's get it out of the plastic. Some people I know on the Facebook group or on the Kickstarter were complaining about damage to the boxes. And I can understand if you've just spent an exorbitant amount of money, you want it to be in pristine condition. Like there's a dent here in the corner, there's the dent I already mentioned over here. But to be fair, it's probably no worse than I would do on my own anyway. So I probably won't do anything about it. Come on. Oh. Alright. So Kingdom Death is a minis game, kind of. You actually have to build the models. So I'll take out the boxes and see how they go. So this is the hunt board. You hunt your monsters, you see there will be cards here, different events happen. If you get to here, you starve because you didn't get any resources. Hopefully you find a monster. The back has stuff on it. So, doing it backwards because I didn't notice. But see innovations, settlement location spots, archive. This kind of tells you what to do during your settlement phase. This is a huge whopping amount of cardboard tokens. Priority target, reroll reminders, insanity, damage and luck tokens, some indicators to remind you to do things. I assume this is the game board. I'll open her up later. Oh yeah, I'll open it up in a few minutes. Now here, I hope you can see inside, is the insert. The original one apparently was not great. It was flimsy plastic. This feels much heavier. Stacks of cards, dividers, gear cards, snack. No, don't eat the silicone. Different dice. This red one didn't come in the original one. Yeah, you get it now because they added 5 more lantern years, which is what they call time in this, turns. Not really turns. but like each settlement phase is a new year. Cards. First day story cards, I guess. Settlement events, right? Because there's settlement events, there's hunt events. Here are the settlement locations, so the barber surgeon. This box actually I'm pretty pleased with, because one of the problems I'm having with Arkham Horror is the box doesn't hold the cards well. So I'm pleased that this one does. Arkham Horror, the LCG. So your settlement sheets. You check your survival. Oh, this is survivor sheets, not settlement. So character cards, pretty much. I have no idea what the Survivors Act at the start of your turn, survival actions. Not entirely certain. These are the settlement sheets. So your settlement name, your death count, survival limit, and you have a timeline. So you fill it out as you go. So your first day, record the survivors. Endless Screams, a Nemesis event at year 4, which is the Butcher. Different events. Milestones, innovations. So it helps you keep track of what you're doing. More cards. Special hunt events. AI cards. Butcher. Guild of Spalder. Looks like more enemy cards. Secret fighting arts. Disorders. So this game's kind of interesting. If you get like hit in the head and stuff, you can go insane. You can lose limbs and such, but you still have to fight sometimes. This is the rule book. The first one for the first edition is apparently a lot like the one I got when I got the Gorm, which is a light paper, easy to tear. This is a beautiful hardcover. I had a knife. There we go. Actually, it's really neat because the black paper instead of white on the edges, black core. It looks really cool and it fits the theme, nightmare horror. So essentially, for people who don't know anything about it, the way this works is your survivors wake up, they're in this nightmare horror land, they don't remember or know anything, and something tries to kill them, the White Lion. That's the tutorial, you fight it, figure out what's going on. And then you're building a settlement, hunting monsters called quarries to try to get materials to build weapons and armor and live, and occasionally fighting nemesis, which are big monsters that show up every once in a while, and they give you special stuff. Apparently it's incredibly brutal and hard, and a lot of people die repeatedly. Think of it like Dark Souls, but like a board game. Not like, I haven't played the actual Dark Souls board game, but yeah. It's like, the art in this is amazing. It's a lot like Berserk, the anime or manga, if you've seen that. It's a lot of stuff. So here's the stuff that still needs opened. I kind of don't want to use the knife on this. So there's a corner that's loose. Let's get it. Like I said, after paying a bunch, I really don't want to mess anything up. So one of the neat things as well is I can stick the cards that I got with the Gorm expansion and the other expansions I got. I picked up the Dragon King, Dung Beetle Knight, and Flower Knight. And I've been told the expansion should fit in the box. No guarantees, but there does appear to be a lot of space, so I'm hoping so. Okay, so these are the gear sheets. You probably can't see it on here, but there's a G. So if you look at the gear cards, some of them have colors on the edges, and if you line up, like if I had a red and a red on this side and a red on this side, it would give you a bonus. So it's a combination of a gear card, gear sheet, and character or player aid tells you what actions they can do and such. That's useful for someone like me who's never played. Actually, to be fair, I still use player aids all the time for games I do play a lot. That Arkham Horror, the card game, I still have the character sheet with, or the player aid with me just in case. So this is the actual showdown board. This is where you actually place the minis when you are fighting a monster. So much plastic. I need a bigger table. Alright, hold on, there's something inside. Trait, basic action, wound stack. So there's a card, there's cardboard inside for keeping track of the monsters. Traits, wounds, basic action card, hit location and AI cards, and any active tokens that are on the monster. So if it's got negative health, negative damage, extra damage, whatever, we can keep track of it. Here's the board itself. I need a bigger table. This thing's massive. So, yeah, this thing's huge. One of the things you could buy as an add-on in the campaign was a 3D board, and some people say they're going to print 3D boards. I think they're lunatics because this is huge. I was right the first way. So it's got a grid on it, 1 to 22, 8 a piece, so you can help keep track of things, and there's a stack for cards over here. That's where the monster generally starts, as far as I know anyway. So that's pretty awesome. And last but not least, the minis. These actually come on sprues. Oh, there's a big sticker. So you have to make them yourself, which I did for the Gorm and the something else that came with the Gorm. I haven't done the not the minis, the survivors, the Gorm armor, but I've done a bit. You can see that in one of my other spots, one of the albums. So here it is, build.kingdomdeath.com. No, a lot of people use a site called Vibrant Lantern because kingdomdeath.com didn't have build instructions. Currently, I checked yesterday or Saturday, and they had for the instructions on the first 4 starting survivors and the White Lion, which is the first critter you hunt, the first quarry. So here is the plastic. There is a shitload of it. You can see this is for the King's Man, it looks like. You'll get a better view when I actually assemble it, but like, these are some really nice minis. They are beautiful. The game itself doesn't actually come with a huge number. You can play with just 4 survivors and I don't know, 8 or 9 monsters. But it also comes with spruce that you can make 4 sets of survivors for every armor type. And there's a pile of different weapons that you can put. And there's heads and things. So you can realistically put together a bunch of minis with this thing. So, that is the unboxing of Kingdom Death Monster.